Ooh, my bad. My bad. What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the Live Game, episode 153. This is the Average Man's Perspective on Football. I am your co-host, Marcus. Joining me in the panel tonight is Herman. Say what up, Herman.
Yo.
You are a hater.
I ain't started hating. Well, yeah, I'm going to start hating tonight, so.
You always a hater. Next up, we got Mark. Say what up, Mark.
Good evening.
And me, I'm 56 years old. Damn. I'm sorry.
Mark been like 56 for like 3 years now. I don't know what's going on. Tonight we are missing Brian. He is not here tonight. I don't know where he's at, but we are missing him. Hopefully, he might be able to join us late. So we will see. Before we get started, I'm going to encourage everyone to like, share, and subscribe, especially if you're watching on YouTube. You can catch us in our Facebook group, The Layer Game. You can also catch us on Twitter at The Layer Game 3, on Instagram at the official Delay of Game. Also, want to let people know that if you are, due to changes Facebook has made, if you're seeing this on Facebook and commenting, we can't see it. So last week, if you were commenting, don't think we were ignoring you. We weren't showing you comments on the page. We just didn't see it. I didn't see it until after the show. And Facebook messing stuff up. Mark, you are hosting tonight.
Yes,
go
sir.
ahead and start us off.
All right. We're going to talk about some NFL news, get into hot topics that we have, then review our picks for the NFL season for the NFC, and then we'll finish up with our final thoughts. So our first story we're going to talk about is NFL news, and I'm going to throw it back to you, Marcus. What's our first story?
Via NFL.com, for just the second time in his career and the first time since 2020, Gardner Minshew will be a Week 1 starter. Minshew has been named the Las Vegas Raiders starting quarterback by head coach Antonio Pierce 3 weeks ahead of the team's season opener at the Los Angeles Chargers. Minshew prevailed in the Raiders quarterback competition against second-year quarterback Aiden O'Connell, who finished his rookie campaign as a team starter over the last 9 games last season. In 2 preseason games, including Las Vegas' Week 2 loss against the Dallas Cowboys on Saturday night, Minshew completed 16 of 33 passes for 202 yards with 1 touchdown and no interceptions. In comparison, O'Connell was 21 of 29 for 172 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception.
So let the Minshew saga start now, huh?
Yeah, for how long, we'll see.
We'll see.
I mean, what's Aiden O'Connell going to do?
He did all right last year towards the end of the year. He did okay. But, I mean, we've seen Minshew already, so I don't know.
Minshew had some good times in Jacksonville. He didn't do that bad.
Yeah. Minshew was another, Heineke, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Hey.
Like, you've seen his ceiling already.
Yeah. All right.
You shall see.
Herman, give us the next news story, please.
All right, well, we're going to roll on with some more quarterback news. The Denver Broncos will ride rookie quarterback Bo Nix.
AKA Bo Callahan.
That is the last time I will call him Bo Nix. He will now be referred to as Bo Callahan. And if you don't know why, you've missed a great movie. So, the Denver Broncos will ride rookie quarterback Bo Callahan into the regular season. Head coach Sean Payton announced Callahan as a starter to open the season, the 2024 season. Bo Callahan is going to be our starting quarterback, Payton said on Wednesday. Quote, I feel like I said this to you guys 2 weeks ago. That room has been outstanding. Stidham, certainly with his experience, and then being able to work with Zach Wilson, all 3 of those guys, we've got some tough decisions as we get into the roster. The news comes as little surprise given how the Super Bowl winning coach has discussed the rookie signal caller since selecting him with the number 12 overall pick in the 2024 NFL draft. Still, it's notable as Callahan becomes the first rookie quarterback to start Week 1 for the Broncos since John Elway. A lot of pressure on that young man. Good luck, Bo. You're going to need it.
Bo Callahan, that is.
Bo Callahan, that is. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he's really. He got a great head coach, a quarterback whisperer, and I think he has. I forget his college stats, but I think he played college football quarterback longer than anybody in the history of the NCAA. So he has a lot of experience. He played a lot of
He's got
games.
a lot of experience.
He has a lot.
One, they're playing in the division with the Chiefs, and two, is Sean Payton really a quarterback whisperer? That could be a whole nother topic.
We're gonna find out.
yeah, we're gonna find out.
All right.
I'll take Brian's story.
Go ahead, Marcus.
14-year veteran Colt McCoy is retiring after 12 NFL seasons. McCoy was drafted by the Browns and also played for the 49ers, Cardinals, Giants, and Commanders. McCoy is joining NBC Sports and will be a game analyst on the Big Ten College Countdown studio show.
He had a stellar career as a backup, so
yeah,
luck in his future endeavors.
Well, it just so to show you, college success don't mean NFL success because he had a heck of a college career. He was great in Texas.
And look who he followed in Texas.
What, Vince Finchon? Who did he follow in Texas?
He followed Peyton, didn't he?
Peyton who?
Peyton Manning.
No, Peyton went to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Peyton went to Tennessee. And Colt came in years after Peyton came in.
Okay. All right, for the last story, the Cincinnati Bengals will begin the regular season without their 2023 first-round draft choice.
You still there, Mark?
I didn't hit the wrong thing.
Lost the rundown.
You lost the rundown?
Due to technical difficulties, we were having technical difficulties.
Due to technical difficulties we're having. Hey, Brian started this off last week, so it just serves right for us to have this problem now, wouldn't it?
You want me to just read it? I'll just read it. The Bengals defensive end Myles Murphy will miss 4 to 6 weeks with a knee sprain, according to Jeremy Fowler of ESPN. Murphy suffered the non-contact injury on Tuesday and had to be helped off the practice field. The Bengals drafted Murphy out of Clemson with the 28th overall pick in last year's draft.
Sounds like they got lucky because usually them non-contacts be season end and stuff.
I know, it's crazy how that be.
But it's crazy how it happened on like a fluke non-contact injury. That's just kind of crazy. All right, so we're gonna move on to our hot topics. The first hot topic we have, in your opinion, who are the top 5 quarterbacks under the most pressure this year? Herman, I'll let you start this one off.
If we all don't agree on number one, I don't know what kind of football y'all watching, but what y'all be paying attention to.
We're
number
probably
one, everybody's
clear
choice.
number one. I would assume, but
I
I have a trend with mine, so I'm gonna go from 5 to 1. Number 5, Deshaun Watson, big contract, and he came to mind last too. I almost didn't have him on here, and he popped into my head. Big contract, big compensation for the trade that they made, and he hasn't lived up to it. Not even close. Number 4, Trevor Lawrence, another one, hasn't turned into that superstar game changer that he was supposed to be. He was hyped up coming out of college. He hasn't really been that guy. I mean, the team hasn't been super bad. He's been just okay. Number 3, Justin Herbert, another one supposed to be this superstar quarterback, and he hasn't done anything. Now, to his defense, a little bit, he's had a couple offensive coordinators. Lord knows, last year he had Kellen Moore, so that was just a wash year for him right there. There wasn't no way he was going to be successful with that dude.
But before you move on to Justin Herbert, let me interject a little bit. I didn't put Justin Herbert on my list because I'm giving him a pass this season because I think it's going to take time for Harbaugh to get everything together.
I can agree with that, but there's still going to be pressure on him because all the analysts, all the time, they're going to be. They're not going to give him that pass. Unfortunately,
no, he's not going to get that.
Yeah, no, I think next season he'd be a lot of pressure, but this season I think it's kind of. And then he got rid of Keenan Allen and what's that dude, Michael Williams. Williams.
I mean, he could possibly have been left off the list, but he's a first round draft pick, so he doesn't get to get left off the list. Number 2, Josh Allen. This man is a turnover machine. He's had the most turnovers in the last, I think, 4 or 5 years since he's coming to the league. I mean, it's like I think he's beaten the next people by double digits. And then he can't get along with his wide receivers. And of course, number one, Lamar Jackson.
What? That's your number one?
That's your number one.
Two-time MVP, NFL MVP, number one draft pick that chokes in the playoffs. That's he is number one under the most pressure. Two-time NFL MVP, and he chokes in the playoffs. And he doesn't have numbers better than I know who your crappy number one probably is in the playoffs. Even though he's gone further, but your number one has better stats in the playoffs, and I think he has a better record too.
I don't know. We might not be talking about the same. I thought we all gonna be. I thought we all gonna be agreeing on number one. I didn't see Lamar coming.
Lamar.
Lamar's not
I didn't expect Lamar to be in there either.
Yeah, Lamar's not on my list.
How could he not be? I can't wait to hear
on my
y'all's list. But yeah, so that's mine. Deshaun 5, Trevor Lawrence 4, Justin Herbert 3, Josh Allen 2, and Lamar Jackson 1.
I should have put Deshaun on my list. I kind of want to change it now, but I'm not. But I should have put Deshaun. I forgot about Deshaun. He should be on my list.
Yeah, he popped up last night. Literally, like I had my list done, and I was sitting there doing something, and Cleveland popped up on the TV, and I was like, "How could I have forgot him?" So
actually, there's another guy. I'm surprised. I got 2 on my list. I'm surprised not on your list.
Go ahead, Marcus. Tell us who you have on your list.
All right, number 5. I also have Josh Allen. Not for the reasons that Herman said because he's a machine. It's because at some point he has to beat Patrick Mahomes. He has to get Buffalo over the hump. He gets. I mean, they've been the. I think with the last 4 seasons they've been the AFC East champs. Mm-hmm. They pretty much dominated the division, and the only thing always standing in their way. I believe Cincinnati might have knocked them out of the playoffs one time too. I don't know if it was just all Kansas City Chiefs. I think Cincinnati did, but he always is seeing Patrick Mahomes and Chiefs in the playoffs, and I feel like it's a lot of pressure. And he lost his number one wide receiver.
Yep.
So I feel like there's a lot of pressure, Josh. You're supposed to be one of the top 5, at least top 10. I say top 5 quarterbacks in the league. You have, and for me sitting in this chair, I know I'm saying all that, but I'm saying it. But you got to be Patrick Mahomes. I know it's easier said than done, but at some point you got to get past them. At some point you got to get the Bills into the Super Bowl. Next up, I have Kirk Cousins.
Really?
I have Kirk Cousins because he also got a big contract, and then the Falcons turned around and drafted a quarterback, Michael Penix Jr., in the first round, and so I feel like even though they paid him all that money, we all know that it's still about winning. If you go in there and screw it up, and then Penix comes in there and lights it up, you're gonna be out of there. You're gonna be, and that's probably gonna be the end of your career. You might get another contract. You're not gonna get another big one.
Not a big one, no.
No, he's had enough big ones though.
You might get another contract, and you probably go somewhere and be a backup, or you go to a team that's really in trouble in their quarterback situation. So I have Kirk Cousins as number 4, simply because Michael Penix is there looking over his shoulder. Number 3, Trevor Lawrence. Pretty much copy off what Herman said. I think it was a number 1 pick, right? Number 1 overall pick.
He might, yeah.
It's you got Doug Peterson in there. He took Nick Foles to the Super Bowl, and Nick Foles won a Super Bowl, beat Tom Brady and the Patriots. I don't think anybody would disagree with saying that he's way more talented than Nick Foles ever was. So it's time to live up to the hype. It's time to get over the hump, and let's start seeing some spectacular seasons out of you. Number 2, and this one really surprises me that he's not on your list. Aaron Rodgers. And I believe Aaron Rodgers has a lot of pressure. On him. He got hurt like in the first drive last season, was out the whole season. His reputation, of course, he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Fame quarterback, but his reputation is not that great in the league. Him and Robert, Is Robert Saleh?
Saleh, yeah.
They're not seem to be. There seem to be a lot come out of training camp. They're not getting along, and when Brett Favre left Green Bay, he had some success. He didn't get to a Super Bowl or anything like that. But you're really chasing now. You're chasing Tom Brady. Tom Brady of the Patriots took a team to the Super Bowl and won it. A lot of people thinking it's going to be the same thing with you. You gotta show out this season. You gotta get the Jets at least to the AFC Championship. I believe you don't have that many years left to play. You got to get the Jets to at least to the AFC Championship. Get the Super Bowl, that's great, but I feel like it's a lot of pressure, and just a lot of pressure. Number one, and this is the one that killed.
Jalen Hurts is your number one.
No.
Oh.
Russell Wilson. Come on, bro.
He might not even be the starter, though.
That's my whole point. That's my.
I almost put that. You know what? I had them on my list. I had whoever the Steelers starter is on my list, but I just took it off because I didn't know who's going to be the starter.
I'm like, dude, you're a two-time Super Bowl quarterback. You're a one-time Super Bowl. One-time Super Bowl winner. And you might not have a starting job losing out to Justin Fields. That's crazy to me.
I think
you got to basically Denver is paying for you to play in Pittsburgh. That's basically they got rid of you. Said we'll leave. You go play with somebody else, and you have not yet locked down this. Everybody just named the starting quarterbacks, and you have not locked it down yet. And you might lose a starting job to Justin Fields. Sir, the pressure is on. You better win this job. You better do good for the Steelers this season. So my number one pick is Russell Wilson. So number 5, Allen. Number 4, Kirk Cousins. Number 3, Trevor Lawrence. Number 2, Aaron Rodgers. Number 1, Russell Wilson.
Oh, I thought you were gonna have Dak as your number 1.
Real quick. I don't feel like Dak is under any pressure at all.
I don't think he is either.
Because either way, whether he leaves Dallas next season or he stays in Dallas, he's getting paid.
Exactly.
There's nothing. He's getting paid.
Exactly.
So I don't feel like Dak is under any pressure.
Plus, he's already gone way. This is the thing that everybody forgets that Dak was a 4th-round draft pick. 4th-round draft picks aren't supposed to do what he's doing. He's already gone well beyond what he should have done at this point.
And he won a job as a rookie, basically.
Well, he didn't. No, he didn't. Tony got hurt.
I mean, he got in there because of injury, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, he got in there because of injury. Yeah, I mean, so yeah. No pressure.
I don't think Dak is under any pressure at all. He's getting paid regardless.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. All right, here's my choice. I was going to mention something about Wilson, but let me just say this: it's going to be hard to go with Justin and have to go back to Wilson. So I think Wilson will get the nod, but he's dangling the number 5. That's for sure. Mine's is number 5, Josh Allen. Him losing Diggs at the wide receiver, that's going to be a true tell on whether or not this man can succeed and make it. But he's got to do a little bit better in playoffs, and we know he can do in regular season. We need to see what he can do in playoffs. But there's a lot of pressure on him. That's number 5. Number 4, I have to agree with Herman on Deshaun Watson. Do you know Jameis Winston is playing better than him right now, to be honest with you?
God, I wish Brian was on the show right now.
Jameis Winston is actually playing better. Now, it could be he is coming back from his surgery and all. He's not fully in the mix, but still, Jameis Winston is beating him out, to be honest with you right now. He's playing better than Deshaun. I'm going to have to say Kyler Murray is my 3rd choice.
I thought about Kyler, but
Kyler, there's a lot. They got drafted a wide receiver with Harrison to help him out, but doing no playoff decision, nothing there. He'll have to find a reason. He's gonna have to do something.
Didn't Madden already came out, right?
Yeah, Madden came out last week. Yeah.
Oh, he'd probably be good then. It ain't coming out.
No. It's Call of Duty.
It's Call of Duty. Oh.
And they had no. He better hope Call of Duty don't come out in the middle of the season.
Yeah, that's it.
And then Call of Duty game.
Okay.
Number 2, I've got Lawrence. I have to agree with you all for other reasons. You say he drafted number 1, taking number 1. Sunshine had to find
Sunshine got to do better.
They got to, especially how they lost at the end of the season is what was real bad for them. They had a chance to make the playoffs, but all they needed to do was win a game, and they couldn't do it. So that Sunshine is my second one.
And real quick, wait, before you say your number one, real quick, just going back to Lawrence. When you think about that division before we saw what what's his name is becoming, Stroud, they had the best quarterback in that division. We didn't know Stroud was going to do what he's doing. And the fact that, like you said, they didn't make the playoffs. They didn't win the division. Come on, man.
And plus, after the way how they started out winning games early.
Yeah.
And now he's pretty much the second best quarterback in the division.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
My number one, believe it or not, Tua. Tua is under a lot of pressure. He was drafted number one. Succeed just like Marino. I think for what they put down there in Miami, Tua's got to have more success in the playoffs. Also, I think Tua is under top pressure in my book as far as the quarterbacks going this year. It's a big contract he's going to have too.
Wasn't that their first year? Wasn't that his first year under Mike McDaniel's offense?
Correct. It was. That's his first
year.
Last
year? No.
Last year.
That was the second year, wasn't it? That was Mike McDaniel's been in 3 years, right? Oh, no.
No, I think this is his second year, isn't it? Because Brian Flores, I think that was his second year. I want to say, well, I'm just going to say this. I think Tua is going to be fine. I think he'll be more adjusted to that offense. I thought this was their second year, but even if it is the third year, going into the third year, that offense, he should have it mastered.
You don't think with that offense
he became the head coach in 2022, so this is third year.
This will be the third year.
They got the tools they got around them.
Yeah, I mean, I see. I don't see as much pressure for him though. I don't know why. Because he's not talked about with the big names, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he wasn't nowhere near.
Yeah, he was nowhere on my radar. But I mean,
I think it's Tua.
I guess if we went top 10, he would be there definitely.
Yeah, in top 10.
If we did 10, so yeah.
So none of y'all think Aaron Rodgers belong on this list?
For some reason, he never popped into my mind either because he's coming back from injury, and I just didn't even think about him being.
I'm gonna have to agree with you because it's like this. We've seen quarterbacks get old and they just fall off. I don't think that's a big deal. If he just falls off, it's just like he don't play this time. So I agree with you. I don't think it's such a big deal if he does not turn out to be that great this season.
Yeah.
But I got a feeling he might be the same Aaron Rodgers. He might be,
They did I pick them to win the division? I think I did. And I think they're winning. I think you did pick the
Jets. You had them high.
Yeah, I think they're going to be good this year.
I think you would only want to.
I don't think it's a big deal if he does not do as well, just because of the age and how long he's been in the NFL. I don't think he's got that much pressure.
I agree with that.
All right, we're moving on. The next hot topic we have is, what's your opinion on Jamar Chase holding out with 2 years left on his contract? It's rumored he's seeking $40 million annually. Marcus, I'll let you start this one out.
I think this is a new. Most people don't hold out until the fourth year.
Yeah, so 1 year's left on their contract usually.
And he has 2 years left on the contract.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say he's wrong, but I think you should read the room. You should know what team you play for. And the Cincinnati Bengals are notoriously cheap. No, they're known for being notoriously cheap. So, and they pretty much Cincinnati's already said we'll talk to him next season. And it's funny because I heard this on the show that he's not really doing a holdout; he's doing a hold in. He's actually showing up.
Yeah, that's true.
He's actually showing it. It's like, and the guy was just like, that's not really full commitment. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's not really for you. They know that you want to play, and they've already said that we'll talk to you next year. And I mean, I don't hold it against him, but I just think it's weird. I think he might be. He should have just waited. He should have just waited. I mean, he's definitely one of the top wide receivers in the league, probably top 3. And actually, well, I don't know. To the top four. Top four.
Yeah, I mean,
It's between him, CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek, and Jefferson.
Justin
Jefferson. So he should just waited. Like as unprecedented. No, I don't think nobody's ever done this before. You usually wait to the fourth year to hold out. I don't see. I just think it's just weird. I don't hold it against him, but I think it's weird, and he probably shouldn't be doing it. And like he's half-heartedly doing it, still going to practice, still hanging out with the team. When Zeke held out, he was on the beach running, running through the sand.
Right.
That's what you call holding out. This holding in is it's just
this
weird.
is a new age holding out situation. This is all new.
It avoids the fines.
But how
no
you,
fines.
True. But this is weird. I'm not. I'm still going to show up for work, but I'm not going to do that.
Only in the NFL.
That's just weird. See, that's my opinion. I don't hold it against them, but I think it's weird. I think it's just go ahead and play and just talk to them next year. And like I said, you're dealing with Cincinnati. They're notoriously cheap, and they've already said they're not going to even talk to them until next year. So
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of strange because if you look at CeeDee Lamb and you look at Brandon Ayuk, it's unlike their contracts. He still has 2 years left on his. It's almost like he saw what Justin Jefferson was getting and be like, "Hello, you know what? Let me demand more." Now, let's a lot of what Cincinnati does with Burrows and this offense is going to include him in it. He knows that they do need him for his success.
they knew.
But to do it in 2 years with 2 minutes remaining, I mean, you kind of like throwing salt in the wound a little bit. But this hold-in situation, especially when they say they're willing to deal with him, but they're willing to deal with him next year. It's kind of bad. But I don't think nobody really plays out their full contract no more. It's always negotiated. It's already something already done within a year to 2 years within. So if you look at that aspect of it, he's probably on that timetable to say, look, instead of waiting another year, let's do this now. But I think he just saw Jefferson's contract and then be like, hey, look, man, if he's getting that much, oh yeah, I'm going to ask for some more. And knowing that how important he is to their success, he's using it for his great advantage. I think without him, especially they just lost the other wide receiver. Went to where did he go? The one they just I can't just lost train of thought about what it was. Tennessee. He went to Tennessee. They lost him to Tennessee.
You ain't talking about T. Higgins, right?
Higgins is there.
No, the other one, Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd, yeah.
Boyd went. He thinks he can bring a little bit more, demand a little bit more with that. So we should see how to play out. But I tell you what, truthfully, I'm not mad that they squabbling though. I'm not.
But something else is, if he had waited, he could have waited and see what CD got and top that.
Quit stealing my shine, man.
I'm sorry.
Herman, tell me what you think about it.
That's literally.
One more thing. He's the new Marshawn Lynch. I'm only here so I don't get fined.
I was literally going to say, I was going to piggyback on what you said. Read the room. If he had to wait. CD's probably going to get 36 because Jefferson got 35. And then not to mention the cap goes up next year. So they'll have more flexibility to give him if he truly wants that 40. So yeah, it wasn't a good move at all, in my opinion, to do it with 2 years left on his contract. You're just making the situation contentious between you and the team at this point. And then, like you say, he's not even really holding out; he's holding in, doing whatever I guess he decides to do or whatever. So you already know he's going to play. So he really doesn't have any type of leverage. All he's really doing is like a kid in a corner throwing a tantrum. I want more money. That's all he's doing. So yeah, bad look for him and whoever his advisors are, his agent. It's not a good look. I'm not gonna hold it against him, but it's just not a good look.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. It's just not a good look.
All right. So that ends our hot topics for the week. Now we're gonna get into our NFC predictions. We did the AFC last week. We're gonna do the NFC this week, and I tell you what, since I don't have a team in the race, I think I'll go first in the NFC. We're gonna start off with the least.
Really?
Yeah, we start off with the. We're gonna go.
Just go north, south, east, west. It's easier that way.
Is that what you want to do? East, south?
North, south, east, west. It's just easier that way. You know how they teach you directions?
All right. So we're doing the NFC North?
NFC North, yeah.
Yeah, North.
North, I've got finishing up on in the rear at 5-12, the Seattle Seahawks.
The North, sir, not the West. The North, not the West. I mean, use your paperwork together, there, sir, Mark.
I'm serious.
He realigning the NFL right now. Would you like one of us to go first? So you
well, I mean, if you're on the West, if you're
on the West, just go with the West, bro.
Yeah, just go with the West.
No, you go.
With what? Because if you're on the West, just go ahead.
Yeah, if you're on the West,
you there, go ahead.
I've got the Seattle Seahawks at 5-12. I've got the Arizona Cardinals at 5-12. I've got the Rams at 10-7, and I've got the San Francisco winning division at 15-2. San Francisco wins that.
I told y'all stop using that thing.
I ain't gonna lie, I do need to start because I be hyping people up too bad. I be hyping people up big time.
15-2, good lord.
Marcus, who do you have for the West?
Man, like I said, I be hyping people up too much. I got the Cardinals coming in last at 1-16, going 0-6 in the division. Excuse me. I got the Seattle Seahawks at 6-11. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Going 2-4 in the division. I got the LA Rams at 11-6, going 5-1 in the division. And I got the 49ers winning the division, 15-2, 5-1 in the division.
15-2.
Please stop using that thing, man. Please, okay? After this year, that's it. Don't do it.
Listen to the man who introduced us to it.
I know.
Oh, I know. That's why I stopped using it, because the predictions was too crazy.
Well, I mean, the app is me.
I know, but you just kind of lose yourself going through the app. And you don't realize, like, no, that's not realistic, after a while. So.
All right, Herman, give me your picks.
All right, so I got Arizona going 6-11. I got Seattle going 7-10. I got the 49ers going 11-6. And I got the Rams going 11-6, but they win the division.
You got the Rams winning the division. Interesting.
Yeah.
The Rams.
Yep.
Huh. Ooh. Okay. All right, so we want to move on to
whichever one you got next.
Whichever one you flip your piece of paper on.
Right.
All right. The next one I got is the NFC. What's this? This is the West. The North. I've got the NFL North, the NFC North. Got the Vikings at 5-12. I've got the Bears at 8-9. I've got the Green Bay Packers at 11-6, and I've got the Detroit Lions at 12-5. Herman?
Yeah, I think you gave Minnesota a lot. I mean, I only gave them one less, but I probably could have knocked them down even more. I got Minnesota going 4-13. I got the Bears going 7-10. I'm not buying the Caleb Williams hype just yet. I got Detroit going 10-7. Detroit hasn't played a first place schedule probably in forever. So I think it's going to be a little bit harder for them this year. And then I got the Green Bay Packers going 11-6 and winning the division. Got to give Green Bay respect because they knocked us out the playoffs last year. So,
All right, Marcus, who you got?
All right, so I got the Minnesota Vikings going 2-15, 0-6 in the division. I have no faith in them. No quarterback.
Zero faith.
They, I feel sorry for Justin Jefferson. It's going to be a wasted year. The Bears, I got going 6-11, 2-4 in the division. They might get there, but it's not going to be this year. I have Green Bay going 13-4, 4-2 in the division. And once again, I love Detroit.
16-1.
I got 15-2, 6-0 in the division.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I got them winning, but I don't know about that much. But I got them winning. Who they 2 losses to, sir?
Let me look.
One of them better be the Chiefs. I can tell you that much.
They play the Chiefs? They don't play the Chiefs.
I was going to ask that. Did they play the Chiefs this year?
Let me look. Who did I got them lose? Oh, the Texans. I got to lose to the Texans. And the 49ers. That's it.
Wow. Okay.
Bruh.
Okay. Wow. All right. Moving on to the got the Carolina Panthers at 2-15. I've got the Atlanta Falcons at 3-14.
Really?
I've got the Saints at 4-13. And I've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning division at 9-8. This is probably the worst division in football right now.
You know, most people have the Falcons winning the division this year.
Yeah, they do, which I don't understand why. But I mean, I get they got hurt, but
I don't.
They got some good. They got some good skill position players.
They got some talent, man. They do, but I don't think it's gonna mount to nothing.
They got some good skill position players.
Marcus, who you got?
This is the only division I didn't overhype. I got the Carolina Panthers going 1-16, 1-5 in the division. I got
number one draft choice again.
To give away.
I got the Saints going 2-15, going 2-4 in the division. I got the Buccaneers going 4-13, 3-3 in the division. And I got the Falcons going 9-8, 6-0 in the division.
Bruh. Yeah.
All right, Mark, Herman, who you got?
How's 9-8 killing you? Is it 6-0 in the division that's killing you, or it's 9-8?
No, it's the 9-8, I think, because I mean you got to look at what some of these teams did last year. Like you said, who did you say you had the Saints at what?
2-15. 2-15.
Last year, let me just pull it up real quick. So I think the Saints won 8 games last year. So you're telling me they're 6 games worse? That's what I'm saying. The predictor throws you off, bro.
I don't believe, you know what? But here's the thing. You know what? You're right. I should look at last year's before I do these predictions. Because that is a big.
The Saints won 9 games last year. So now you're saying they're 7 games worse than last year. That's why I had to stop using that thing. So just gives you an idea. All right. So I got the Panthers going 5-12. I got Atlanta going 8-9. I'm gonna say Kurt makes them better, but I don't think they're challenging for the division. I just don't. I got Tampa at 10-7, and I got New Orleans at 10-7, winning the division.
You got
New Orleans 10-7, winning the division.
Who is their quarterback? It's Derek Carr.
Derek Carr.
Carr, yeah, they got Carr, and that's like so.
You don't think Kirk Cousins
that's not
better than Derek Carr?
That's not a stretch because they won 9 games last year.
That's true.
Oh, 1 game improvement. You said I don't think who's better than Derek Carr?
Kirk Cousins.
I think he is equal. I think they're about equal, but I just feel like the Saints are a better team. I don't know why. I just don't feel like Atlanta is good.
I
get Cousins a little edge on that one.
Over Derek Carr? I give him way more edge over Derek Carr.
Really?
Yes, I would take. Who would you take on your team if you had to pick two? It wouldn't even be close for me.
Oh, I would pick.
And
Kirk
I don't
Cousins
even like
because-
Kirk Cousins, but it wouldn't even be close to me.
Yeah, I would pick
Cousins.
Kirk, but I think they're closer than what you're saying.
I don't know. I like to compare their stats. I bet you Kirk blows, especially in Minnesota.
Well, go ahead and
At his time in Minnesota, I bet you.
Some people got Kirk Cousins coming as the comeback player of the year.
I mean, that's not going to be hard for him to do, in all honesty. You know.
All right, so we finish up
with
the
NFC East.
NFC East. I've got the New York Football Giants at 2-15. I've got the Dallas Cowboys at 9-8.
You're disrespectful.
I've got the Washington Commanders 9-8. I've got the Philadelphia Eagles for the first time in I don't know how long winning the division at 11-6.
You don't know how long they won the division.
They won the division year before last. Yeah, like what?
But back to back. I'm sorry.
They're not winning back to back. Dallas won the division last year.
No, but I'm saying, who won it last year?
Dallas.
Remember when they fell off at the end of the year?
Yeah, Dallas came and took the division.
So it won't be back to back.
No, not for the Eagles. It won't be.
Herman, who you got?
So once again, the predictor has steered you in a bad direction, Mark. I got the Giants at 6-11. Wow. I got the Commanders at 7-10. I think they're going to improve. I was going to actually make them a little bit better, but he's still a rookie quarterback. And Dan Quinn, as a head coach, he got to prove something because we know what he did in Atlanta. It didn't look that great.
He got him to a Super Bowl.
He did, but they lost it. And participation trophies don't mean nothing. I wanted to give – I almost jumped y'all ahead of the Eagles. I wanted to do it, but the Eagles are going 9-8. And you think I'm crazy, but y'all forgot, obviously, who the Eagles' offensive coordinator is this year. Need I remind you?
Kellen Moore.
The team killer, okay? And I got Dallas going 11-5, and Dallas will repeat as the first back-to-back NFC East champs in I don't know how long.
Marcus.
All right, so you got the New York Giants at 4-13, going 1-5 in the division. I got the Cowboys going 9-8, 4-2 in the division. I got the Eagles 11-6, 4-2 in the division. And I got the Washington Commanders 12-5, 3-3 in the division.
Not the homer pick. You ain't even try, did you? You just like
hey man, it's just the way it's the way it played out.
Going what in the division? What is Washington going in the division?
3-3. They go split the division.
Oddly enough, I got them at 3-3 too in the division. Believe it or not, I got them splitting in the division.
When was the last time Washington beat Dallas?
What that long ago? It was like 2 years ago.
It's been a while.
Like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Anyway. I mean, I got y'all going 4-2 in the division. Well,
no, I'm just saying, like, y'all don't beat us in the division. Y'all just don't.
Like 2 years ago, we beat y'all.
I'm just saying, like, y'all don't. I think we didn't have our starters playing that game though.
Yeah, I think that was playing.
Yeah,
you want me to go? I can go to the schedule. Let's go to the schedule.
Yeah, let's hear the Washington Commanders schedule.
Let's hear this thing.
All right. Week 1 at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, win. Week 2 at home versus the Giants, win. Week 3 at the Bengals, lose. Week 4 at the Cardinals, win. Week 5 at home versus the Browns, win. Week 6 at Baltimore, lose. Week 7 at home versus the Panthers, win. Week 8 at home versus the Panthers, win.
Wait. You had go back. You had the Panthers twice. Didn't you just say?
I'm sorry. The Bears. The Bears.
Oh, okay.
The Bears. I'm sorry. The Bears. Week 9 at the Giants, lose. Sorry, Mark. Week 10 at home versus Steelers, a win. Week 11 at Philly, lose. Week 12 versus the Cowboys at home, win. Week 13 at home versus the Titans, win. Week 15 in New Orleans, win. Week 16 at home versus the Eagles, win. Week 17 at home versus the Eagles, win. Week 18.
No, that's 49. I mean, Falcons. That's the Falcons.
Oh, I'm sorry. The
I was
Falcons
about
win.
to say,
Week 18 at the Cowboys, loss.
did y'all sweep the Eagles? Did you say y'all swept the
No.
Eagles? Oh, okay.
No, we didn't sweep.
He said 3. He said 3-3 in the division.
Yeah, 3 in the division.
They split. They split.
So you want to read your Cowboys?
No. I didn't
Well,
use the predictor.
Well, let's go over the games. Let's go over the games.
All right, we can go over Dallas. Let me pull up
Week,
Dallas.
I got you. Week 1.
Hold on, I need to see it. I need to see it.
Why you need to see it if I tell it to you?
I gotta see it. I gotta just visualize with my eyes.
If I tell it to you, what you got to see?
Gotta visualize these things.
What you got to say it for? You don't need to see it.
It doesn't make.
All right. Week 1 at Cleveland, that's a win. What I give us 6 losses? Week 2 at home against New Orleans, that's a win. Week 3 against at home against Baltimore, that's a loss. Week 4 against the Giants, that's a win. Week 5 against the Steelers, that's a win. Week 6 against Detroit, that's a win.
At home.
All right. After the bye in San Francisco, that's a loss. In Atlanta, that's a win. Philly at home is a win. Houston at home is a loss. Washington in Washington is a win. New York at home is a win. Cincinnati at home is a loss. Tampa on the road is a win. I'm sorry, Carolina on the road is a win. Tampa at home is a win. In Philly is a loss. And Washington at home. I'm sorry, Washington on the road. That's actually a win. So I'm going to change mine to 12-5.
So what you got them going to division? I mean, in the division.
5-1.
5-1.
Yeah, 5-1. That's on par for what we did last year, I believe. So yeah, that's realistic.
So we didn't go off the playoff.
Oh yeah, we gotta give our playoff seedings.
Yeah, playoff seeding.
7, I have the Commanders sneaking in the door. Wild card. I've got the LA Rams sneaking in the door as a wild card. I've got the Packers sneaking in the door as a wild card. I've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a division winner. Eagles, a division winner. The Lions, a division winner. And San Francisco, division winner.
Damn, we almost matched.
San Francisco's your number 1 seed.
Number 1 seed, San Fran.
We only went off, Mark.
Go ahead, Marcus.
But we only went off, but we're in the same order as far as division goes. So I got number 7, I got the Eagles. Number 6, I got the LA Rams. Number 5, I got the Green Bay Packers. Number 4, I have the Falcons instead of Tampa Bay, like you had. Number 3, I got the Washington Commanders. Number 2, I got Detroit. Number 1, I got San Fran.
Okay.
All right. So I got Tampa at number 7, wild card. Detroit at number 6, wild card. San Francisco at number 5, wild card. The Saints, the number 4 division winner. The Cowboys, the number 3 division winner. Green Bay Packers, the number 2 division winner. And the Rams will be the number 1 seed.
So basically, we all got number 4 seed as whoever comes out of the NFC South.
Yeah, pretty much. That's a given. There's no surprise with that one, I'm sure.
I'm still shocked that you got the Rams high.
I feel like the 49ers are going to fall off.
You are a hater.
That's why I have Rams number. He's a hater.
I really feel like the 49ers they're kind of in turmoil right now. Like you can't either pay Ayuk or get rid of him. Like what are we doing?
I know. What's all this?
What are
crap?
we really doing? What is this?
Well, I mean, they can say the same thing about the Cowboys. Either pay them or get rid of them.
No, you can't. No, because you know what? The 49ers have been paying everybody, and now they just stopped at Ayuk. Like what's going on? It doesn't make any sense at all.
But it's still it's a long drag out. Either you're gonna pay the man or you're gonna trade him. Stop dragging it out.
And then you've already worked out a deal to trade the dude. Like you have a structure in place already. It's like, what are you doing? If you haven't got past the contract hurdle by now, you're not getting past it. Yeah, they're going to be a little bit of turmoil. And then I think finally, well, not finally, because I mean, I know what I've been looking at. I don't know what other people have been looking at, but Brock Purdy, the pumpkin is done. He's turning into a pumpkin.
So, he has a proven record at this point. He has 2 years of proven record.
He has a proven defense and a proven running back.
Hey, I'm surprised you didn't have this as your news story, but you see the Washington Commanders traded Jahan Dotson to the Philadelphia Eagles.
I saw that.
You don't think may be a possibility? They open it up for somebody to come in that they can draft, they can sign. Some of the commanders, that is.
Who could they? I mean,
Jahan Dotson. I don't understand. I don't understand. First of all, there's 2 different points. I think is understand. Number one, it's mad disrespectful to Jahan Dotson to trade him to a division rival. Mad disrespectful.
Because that means you ain't scared of him at all.
I mean, he might get motivated. He might come in here and ball out on those 2 games. They play us. He has a lot of motivation. That's extremely disrespectful to trade him to a division rival. And another thing I understand is, I don't know, maybe I'm missing something, but our wide receiver room isn't that deep.
I didn't think it was either.
Yeah, Jahan Dotson was he was good. He was better than average. He's done pretty good for the Commanders. I don't understand that at all. And like the wide receiver room, listen, maybe I'm not there in training camp.
Who's your offensive? Who's your OC?
Cliff Kingsbury.
Maybe he doesn't fit the system.
But like the room is not that deep. The room was not that deep at all. And he basically gave the Eagles a number 3 wide receiver. Jahan Dotson has been decent. He's been, in my opinion, he's been. I would have to check the stats, but he's been number 2, but behind Scary McLaren.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's like I didn't understand. Like he was a number 2 years ago. He's number 16 overall draft pick, and he's been.
He was a number 1 draft choice for you all. Yes.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but number 1 for us. I want to see what's gonna happen because I don't know what they watching. Like I said, I'm not there, but the wide receiver room doesn't appear to be that deep. So I don't know how you get rid of that dude. He's been doing good. He's decent. He's decent. He's a starting wide receiver. But now you send him to your rival, your division rival, and now they got with number 3s is AJ Brown, old boy from Alabama, and him.
Yeah,
it's wild.
But Kellen Moore is the offensive coordinator, so I see why y'all ain't scared of him. That's all I'm trying to say.
I'm just saying.
Kellen Moore is about to destroy the Eagles. I'm going to enjoy this season so much.
It's just I don't know. It's not. I don't understand. I don't know. And we're not getting anybody until next season. So
but you did get a 3rd round draft pick though.
Next season.
I'm just saying. It's a 3rd rounder.
The wide receiver room doesn't appear to be that deep to me. How can you afford to let them go? I know that the tight end we drafted. I know they high on him, but besides McLaurin and the tight end, who you got?
I don't know, man.
And like I said, John Dawson, he's been decent. He's been decent. He's been pretty good. So I don't. And then I don't. It's just weird. I'm not too excited about that at all.
So you don't think there could be a possibility they bringing somebody else in there?
Who you mean trading for somebody?
Who? Yeah. Who they gonna bring in?
Who? There's no wide receiver.
Who they gonna bring that was as good as Dawson? I mean, it'll be somebody on the same level.
Are you possibly?
Y'all already got a deal made for him. They're not gonna trade him in the NFC.
I mean, they might. I mean, the Commanders would talk for that, but I don't think. But Ayuka's not coming. I mean, why wouldn't he already be there? I don't think Ayuka's leaving San Francisco. To be honest with you.
At this point, I don't know what the heck's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think he's going. I don't think he's going to Pittsburgh.
But why haven't they signed him?
Hey, wouldn't it be something if y'all signed CD Lamb?
Who signed him?
The Commanders.
Man, what are you talking about, man? That dude ain't going to know.
Cowboys not letting them go. He's all there.
They're smart not to let him go. They'll be smart not to let him go.
I don't know. The Cowboys wide receiver room might be as shallow as ours.
Oh no, that's not true.
Who you got besides CD?
Brandon Cooks, and then we got this dude named Jalen Tolbert that we hadn't been using. That's coming on, and he's replacing Gallup.
If you look at CD Lamb's stats for the last couple seasons,
I'm not saying that we can be good without CD. What I'm saying is we have receivers. We need CD. Don't get me wrong, but we have receivers. Our room's not. We have depth in our wide receiver room. We actually do, but it starts with CD. Man, that's a given.
All right. So, are we ready to wrap the show up? We
look, we wrapped it up before 8:00. Y'all know what that means,
before
right?
What's that mean?
Before 9:00, 8:00 my time. Y'all know what that means. We know who the long-winded dude is. That's all I'm saying.
Somebody ain't here.
To be fair,
dragging out.
Well, to be fair, there's a lot of the predictions and all that. Come on, you take somebody a whole extra person off, it's going to shorten it down.
That dude's long-winded.
I have to agree with you, Herman. He's long-winded. I
think we've done regular shows without him, and he was a little long-winded. So just so everybody out there knows, it's not us three.
All right, so we're going to finish up the show with our final thoughts. I just want to touch on the kids go back to school here in Charles County and Monday. I just want them to have a safe school year. Go back there and learn, be safe. And be good. I hope everything starts out great for them next week. That's about it. Herman?
I don't really have a final thought. Glad the football's almost back. I'll pick it back and say, for the kids in Maryland going back to school, be safe. Out here, they've been in school for about 3 weeks now.
Really?
Yeah, they go back to school real early out here.
Yeah, they do.
They get out early too, but they go back early. So. But yeah, have a safe, school year, and definitely looking forward to football coming up. We got a couple weeks before it starts. Anybody that's watching that's in the fantasy league, you need to go mark your keepers. Make sure you do your keepers. The draft is this Sunday.
Okay, Marcus.
Just piggyback on say, football season is almost here. And actually, college football starts this weekend. So.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yes. So we are here. It is fall. It's actually getting
a little chilly.
Cooler. It's starting to be chilly.
Not out here.
Here it is. Here it is. It was actually very chilly the last 2 nights.
Seriously, man, I wish.
Like around 60. Yeah. So fall. Wow. So fall appears to be here. Football is here. It's it's my Christmas. And we got the college football and the NFL starting. So before we get out of here, I want to encourage everyone to like, share, and subscribe, especially if you're watching on YouTube. You can catch us on Facebook and our Facebook group, Delay a Game. We're also on Twitter at Delay a Game 3, on Instagram at the official Delay of Game. We will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Peace. We out.
Peace.